My obsession continues. I am still obsessed with my trifle dish. And the reason I'm obsessed is because it works. And what I mean it works is that whatever I put in here, whatever salad I make, my family eats it every single time. It's like magic. It just disappears. And I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna continue with new ideas, and that's what I have in this video. I have some new salads I've made in here. I have 2 desserts I made that were crowd favorites, and I also have an appetizer I made in here that I've made twice, and everybody loved it. So I'm not stopping my obsession. I'm sharing with you the newest dishes I've made in here. I have tried to do the prep salad ahead. I've done the steps, I've done the chopping and the prepping and the little compartments to have it all pre-made, and it didn't work. I don't know why. They went bad, nobody went to them, and they were all prepared. But there's something I think about seeing your salad visually with all the colors and flavors and knowing you're gonna get everything in one bite. I just think it works. It has been working, and I'm gonna continue. So I'm gonna show you those salads, the appetizers, and those 2 desserts. So let's get started. This first salad was inspired by a freezer purge that I had done, and I was looking for a creative protein to use. I'm actually gonna use turkey burgers that have been frozen, and I don't even have to defrost them. They'll just go right into my pan, completely frozen, and I'm gonna heat them through. And once they are cooked, I'll crumble them up, and they'll be a great layer to add to our salad. While our turkey burgers are cooking, I'm gonna start layering up. We're gonna start with our romaine lettuce. A nice layer of that at the base. Then we're gonna go with our red layer. We're gonna do our tomatoes. Next, I'll add cucumbers. I like having the slices around the edge, builds height, and it's a good visual. I'm gonna add a little more lettuce into the middle just to keep that layers the right height. For our dressing, I'm gonna make a lime crema. So I'm using the rest of this sour cream, and I'm gonna add a little bit more in here and use this as my mixing bowl. I'm gonna add to it lime juice, about 2 tablespoons, and a little bit of salt, and some tahini. This is a wonderful seasoning. It's gonna go so well with all of my flavors of this salad. About 2 tablespoons of that. We're gonna mix that up. I'm just gonna do a little lime juice, and I'm gonna add a splash of milk. Now that my meat is all cooked through, I'm going to take my mix and chop, and I'm going to crumble all of the meat into little pieces so they're perfect for the salad. All right, I'm gonna add my turkey burgers that are all chopped. I'll let it cool just a little bit. It is seasoned so nicely. I like that I didn't have to do anything but just heat those up. You could have also done it on the grill. Which in the future, when I make these, I will be doing it on the grill. But for our salad, this was simple. Just throw them in the pan. Before my avocados, I'm actually gonna do our lime crema. I actually think that's gonna look really nice and contrasting. Put some avocado in the middle here. Now we're gonna add some salsa. I drained all the liquid out. I'm gonna add this. Just fill the middle with more lettuce so our layers stay even again. That worked out well. So I'm just gonna add some of our green onions on top. And I'm gonna do a few tomatoes for garnish and to have a pop of color on here. Look at all those great layers. I think it turned out great, as did my son and my husband, especially when my son got home and saw that this was what's for dinner.
Every time you make a trifle salad, it's fantastic.
Within minutes, half of it's gone. I imagine the rest of it will be gone in just a few more minutes. It is delicious. All those flavors. I love the turkey burgers. They are seasoned wonderfully, go so well with everything. So tasty. This next trifle salad was made during one of my meal prep days, and I had a lot of this already prepped, and so the assembly couldn't have been easier. What I'm doing here is what I normally do. I put the base, I put lettuce, then I'm gonna add a layer of tomatoes. Next, I add my smoked pork that my husband cut up into pieces. I'll also add a nice line of cucumbers cut in half moons. I get them all around and stick to the glass. I add all of the rest of the chopped cucumbers in the middle for some height. And next up is the cheese. This is just sharp cheddar cheese. I shredded it finely for the sides, and then I have more coarsely shredded for the middle. Now I'm gonna add our dressing, which is more like a creamy sauce using leftover chipotle and adobo sauce. I have about a half a cup left over from the little can. I'm gonna add that to a bowl along with a cup of sour cream. I mixed that together really well, and this made the perfect smoky, tangy, creamy dressing. And once I had that all smoothed out on top, I will add my chopped green onions on top of that sauce, and I will add just a little bit of tomato, just some little pieces to give it just a pop of color. And now my salad is complete. The layers are great. We all loved this smoky combination, the pork with the chipotle sour cream. It was so, so yummy. For this last trifle salad, I used some similar ingredients, but I just switched it up using chicken from a rotisserie chicken, and our dressing was a cilantro lime dressing. But I used avocados, cheese, cucumbers, tomatoes, and it turned out just as delicious. Another favorite. My husband digs right in, and you can see this is how we serve it. We take our tongs, we make sure we get every layer, and it never disappoints. My family loves every single variation I've made. They've always been a success, and I think it's the trifle dish. Next up, I'm making an appetizer in my trifle dish. I've made this for a party and it was a hit. It is the 7-layer dip, which is not an original dip, but it is going to be originally displayed in my trifle dish because I think it will be perfect to see all those great layers. I'm actually going to start with my sour cream layer because it needs time to meld all the flavors together. So it's 1 container, 16 ounces of sour cream, and I'm going to add 1 packet of taco seasoning. I'll stir that together, get that mixed, and put it in the fridge so all those flavors can get combined. My first layer is going to be refried beans. Now what I did was take all the beans out of the can and I just mixed it with a little water to get a more smoothable and spreadable consistency. My next layer is going to be guacamole. Now you can just get the store-bought kind. I would go for a little chunkier variety, but for me, I am known for my guacamole. Every time I make it, everybody raves about it, so I'm going to go with homemade. The key to my guacamole is fine, fresh, and finish. Chop everything finely, only use fresh ingredients, and finish with some lime juice. Now I use cilantro, a little bit of tomato, just enough to give it color and a little texture. I use red onion over white, add garlic, salt, that fresh lime, and of course your avocados. I use my mix and chop to get the perfect consistency, which is mostly chunky but a little bit smooth. There's a fine balance there. But making homemade guacamole does take time, so if you want to save this step, the store-bought version will do just fine. Add that layer next in your layered dip, and then we're going to add our sour cream layer on top of that. For our next layer, I'm adding salsa. This is a mild version in the jar. Now you do want to be sure you strain out any liquid, otherwise it will make your dip very runny and very liquidy. So I am pressing all those juices out of that salsa, and then I'm just going to add it on top of the sour cream. Again, any style of salsa will do. I use the restaurant salsa. I think it's a little chunkier, but anything's going to work, heat level as well. Next layer is our cheese. I'm using this shredded Mexican style cheese. It's a combination of all different cheeses, and I'm just going to put a nice even layer around. And once again, any style cheese you like, cheddar cheese or Colby Jack or anything, or even if you want some pepper jack cheese, give it another little kick if you want. Our 6th layer is chopped lettuce. I just used some fresh iceberg lettuce that I've washed and cut and chopped. I'm just adding that as a layer for color and texture. It gives a nice cool crunch. Now for the last and 7th layer, I would normally use black olives, but my son does not like those, so I'm just topping it off with some green onions and some little pieces of tomato for a nice pop of color. And that is it. That's your 7-layer dip. Serve it up with some tortilla chips and you will be the hit of the party. I served this up at a Super Bowl party with our carrot toothpick goalpost here, and it was perfect. Now let's get into our desserts. This first dessert is what I'm calling my Aldi berry trifle, as all the ingredients are from Aldi. And I recently made this for a friend's birthday party, and it was such a hit. Now the key ingredient is this lemon sliced loaf cake. It is soft and the perfect lemony flavor. Now you could also use pound cake or angel food cake, but I think this lemon paired with the berries made it a perfect combo. So I'm going to cut the cake in cubes and put most of it on the bottom, saving some for another layer. Next, I'll make the pudding layer, which is 2 boxes of vanilla instant pudding mix with 1 block of cream cheese, and I'll blend that and then slowly add in 2.5 cups of whole milk until I have the creamy pudding texture that's thick but spreadable. Next, I'll add in my whipped cream. Now the recipe calls for Cool Whip, but I always like to make my own. I start with 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream, 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. And using my stand mixer, which I absolutely love because it's digital, so I just put it on the whip setting, and in 3.5 minutes, I have perfectly whipped cream. And I love that I can walk away and it will just stop on its own. I just love it so much. So now I'll mix in that whipped cream, about half of that whipped cream, with the pudding on a very slow speed until all of it is blended together well. It is smooth and light, and I will pour this on my cake layer and smooth it all out. Next, I'm going to add my sliced strawberries, and for interest and a good pop of color, I like to put the points up and add them in a nice row, and then I'm going to add more in the middle for height and for more strawberry flavor. I'm adding fresh blueberries next. They are a great pop of color. I put 1 in between each strawberry and add more into the middle, and they are the perfect little pop and burst of flavor with these strawberries. Then I'll add the rest of my pudding in a nice smooth layer, and I'll add the rest of my lemon cake cubes as the next layer with like a little border around the dish, and then some extra in the middle. And I'll follow that with the rest of my whipped cream and get that all smoothed out. And I like that it's white. It adds another little layer of interest and color. And I will smooth all the border to make sure it's nice and clean edge. Just keep that sharp. And then I am going to add the rest of my fruit. I put a border around of the blueberries and then put my strawberries in a circle with the points up. Kind of looks like a star design. And then those blueberries in the middle. Speaking of star design, this would be so great for 4th of July. For the white pudding, you could use white chocolate pudding, or you could use cheesecake flavor. So that would be really good. And then you can use angel food cake. So you definitely have those red, white, and blue layers. But for this party, the lemon and the blueberries was so good. This is why I love my trifle dish. I think it is just impressive with the layers and the colors, and then all those textures are great. It was devoured. Everybody loved it, and I will be making it again. Another dessert I made recently that turned out so well is this key lime pie trifle. I made this for our salad group recently, and the ladies loved it. I start by making my homemade whipped cream. I have my heavy cream, my tablespoons of powdered sugar. This time I'm adding 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and then I have a teaspoon of vanilla. I have this gourmet vanilla. I got this at a local specialty shop. This is made with tequila from Costa Rica, and I thought it would be a perfect addition to this dessert. In 3.5 minutes, my whipped cream is done, whipped perfectly, and now we're ready to start the other layers. Okay, we're gonna start with 1/3 cup of sugar, 1 large egg, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. We'll whisk that until smooth. We're gonna add 1/3 cup of key lime juice and 3 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm gonna microwave this in 1-minute intervals, whisking in between until it's thicker and coats the back of a spoon, about 3 to 4 minutes. See if it coats the back of the spoon. We're there. I have the zest of 1 lime. I'm going to use half of it and put it in here to create a seal. I'm going to put plastic wrap touching the actual curd here. Here we go. And this is going to go in the fridge for at least 45 minutes so it gets nice and cold. We're going to make our pudding mix. Vanilla pudding. 1 1/3/4 cup of milk. Whisk until thickened. All right. Now we're gonna add our key lime curd. Whisk that together until smooth. We're gonna add our whipped cream half at a time. I continue to fold that in until everything is nice and smooth. And if you wanted to use Cool Whip, you could. I just use my own homemade whipped cream. And now once that is all smooth, I'm ready for my crumb layer. I'm now adding 5 tablespoons of melted butter to a package of graham crackers that I have crushed in my small food processor until I had crumbs. And for even more key lime flavor, I'm gonna add a tablespoon, almost 2 tablespoons of key lime juice to the crumb mixture. I am trying to get more and more of this key lime flavor in there. I actually used fresh key limes for the pudding mixture, and now I'm just using the lime juice out of the bottle for the crumb mixture. I'll add all those crumbs as the first layer, and I'll press it down so it goes up the sides and makes a nice compacted crust. And then my second layer is going to be that pudding mixture with the lime curd in it. I'm gonna get that all spread out. And my next layer is going to be whole graham crackers. I will break them apart to get them to fit all in a nice layer over that cream. Then for a border and some height, I'm gonna put the graham crackers around the edge so I have a good layer, and then more pudding, then more of the graham crackers. And I covered it and put it in the fridge for at least 8 hours. And now, right before my guests show up, I'm going to add the final batch of whipped cream on top. I'm going to smooth it all out, and then using my cream dispenser, I'm going to make little designs around the border. I'll add the rest of the whipped cream in the center, smooth that out, and now I'm going to add graham cracker crumbs that I had left over. I'm going to sprinkle those around. I'm also going to sprinkle around some of the zest of the lime, and I'm also going to add little lime wedges in between the little dollops of whipped cream. And my dessert is complete. It was the perfect dessert to end our evening with my salad sisters. Listen to their reactions. I just love it.
I hope it's good.
Oh, I hope it's good.
It is beautiful.
You can see why I continue to use this trifle dish. I look forward to sharing more recipes with you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and of course subscribe, click the bell, that way you're notified. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.